This is Tony T here from TonySpicks.com with our NBA Pick Show here. This action for Wednesday, October 22nd. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks over our channel, delivered by myself as well as our team of cappers here at TonySpicks.com, making it a great channel to subscribe to. Hit us up with that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, TonySpicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top performers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. You see our top performers up here, guys like Sean Higgs, Rod doing great work here up on our leaderboards as well. DeAndre, you see all these guys on our live show as well as our YouTube videos. Brian Builder up there as well. El Ninos, Devils, a big day yesterday. Chris hitting the leaderboards. Latest predicts here, send the page with best bets and more. We'll be locked and loaded here for this card on Wednesday. Remember, all our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your capper site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Then our promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15%. The link is in the description to get signed up. So let's get this one underway. All right, we got Heat. Oh, we're not going to do that. We got Heat and the Knicks here. This one, I'm sorry, Heat and the Magic. Heat and the Magic going off here on Wednesday. Hero and Jack Shunis are out for Miami with Ware questionable. Moritz Wagner out for Orlando and Suggs questionable. You know, Miami finished at 39-49 last year. To help boost offense, the Heat brought in Norman Powell. Last year, he shot 41% from three. Andrew Wiggins came over in the Jimmy Butler trade. Offense is greatly needed as the team finished 21st in offensive efficiency a season ago. Their strength was defense. Orlando finished at 43-45 a season ago. Magic needs to get with the times. They finished the worst three-point shooting team in the league, just over 31%. That led to a 27th offensive rating. The pace of play was slowest in the league. You know, Desmond Bane was acquired from Memphis. He contributes with scoring with help for Boncaro, Suggs, and Franz Wagner. You know, Norman Powell's not afraid to shoot and will have the green light to improve the Heat scoring. Bane will have to work on some chemistry with his new teammates. We're going to take the points here. We'll take Miami here plus the 8. All right, next up we have the Nets and the Hornets here for Wednesday. We got Highsmith out for Brooklyn. Josh Green and Grant Williams are out for Charlotte. Brooklyn finished at 26-56 a season ago. Cam Thomas returns and looks like he's an on-court leader for the team. He put up 24 points per game. They shot a lot of threes last year. Brooklyn was 28th in offensive efficiency a season ago. They picked up, 5 first-round picks in 2025. Igor Nedman figures to see most minutes of the 5. Charlotte went 19-63 a season ago. They shot a lot of threes and missed too many, finishing at 34% from beyond the arc and 28th in the NBA. Hornets were 29th in offensive efficiency last year and 24th defensively. LaMelo Ball's health is key for the Charlotte to be successful here. Brooklyn finished with a winning spread record last year. You know, Cam Thomas and Michael Porter will be among the scoring leaders. You know, but it's tough to trust Charlotte's shooting to lay these points, so we'll take Brooklyn plus 5. All right, next up we have Cavaliers and Knicks. Garland and Strus are out for Cleveland with Hunter questionable, and this is a game on Wednesday. Hart and Robinson out for New York with Towns questionable and Anunoby probable. We've got Cleveland 69-22 last year. They sat tops in offensive efficiency. They have really good size in the paint and to protect the rim. Lonzo Ball was an addition, and the team is hopeful for good health. New York went 61-39 a year ago, but fired head coach Tom Thibodeau. Mike Brown will take over. Brown and De'Aaron Fox couldn't work together in Sacramento. New York was a slow-paced team last season that was 6th in offensive rating and 15th in defense. Three-point defense was an issue. Firing a coach after a conference finals appearance is kind of risky. Brown's tenure with the Lakers and Kings not very good. Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen are healthy for Cleveland. 2 starters for the Knicks are banged up. The Cavs were a very good regular season team last year. The Cavs 28-16 of the spread on the road a season ago. New York 2-4 of the spread at home when lying between +3 and -3. The pick here is going to be Cleveland -1.5. All right, next up we got 76ers and Celtics here for Wednesday. All right, we got George, McCain, and Watford out for Philadelphia. Tatum out with Brown questionable for Boston. Here we got Philadelphia 24-58 last year. The team was hit with massive injuries. Tyrese Maxey returns following an all-star season as he averaged 26 points per game. Philadelphia 22nd in offensive efficiency and 26th on the defensive side. Boston 67-27 a year ago and must navigate the year without Jason Tatum, who tore his Achilles. Three Celtics exit in Holiday, Porzingis, and Horford. Anthony Simons comes over from Portland. Boston was a high-volume three-point shooting team with an average of 48 per game last year. High-volume three-pointers there. Boston is a bit smaller after letting go some of their players last year. The 1-2 combo of Maxey and B could be right in this spot for the Sixers. Looks like Quetta will be the starting center for Boston. Jaylen Brown being banged up is also a concern. We'll take Philadelphia here at +2. I got Raptors and Hawks going off here on Wednesday. Murray, Boyles, and Walter are out for Toronto. Atlanta has a clean injury report. Raptors here finished at 30-52. Poor three-point shooting and turnovers hurt the team. The Raptors are hoping for better health. The team picked up Brandon Ingram. They sat 26 in offensive efficiency last year. Atlanta went 40-44 a season ago. Key additions include Porzingis and three-point shooter Luke Kennard. The Hawks were poor in defending threes last year at 38%. A healthy Atlanta here, and that means a bit of pace and scoring. Atlanta, if they can stay healthy, could see huge improvement based on the roster additions. Barnes, Quickly, Barrett, and Ingram in the starting lineup for Toronto. Looks like a good scoring night when healthy. Defense from both sides, question marks. We'll take Atlanta and Toronto over 235.5. Pistons and Bulls going off on Wednesday. Passer and Ivy are out for Detroit. LeVert probable. Collins and Kobe White are out for Chicago. Detroit went 46-42 last year. Pistons were a good defensive team a season ago, sitting 11th in efficiency. Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson are new additions. Chicago went 39-44 last season. Improvement is needed for a Bulls team that finished 20th in offensive efficiency and 19th on the defensive side. The roster is different without DeRozan and Levine. Chicago defense is the concern here. Cunningham and Robinson backcourt will give the Bulls a problem. Duran versus Vucevic matchup favors the Pistons heavily here. We'll take Detroit at -4. Pelicans and the Grizzlies going off here on Wednesday. Murray and Looney are out for New Orleans with Makovic doubtful. Clark, Edey, Jerome, Pippen, and Vince Williams are out for Memphis. New Orleans finished at 21-61 a year ago. McCollum exits and Jordan Poole is acquired. Zion reported better shape but missed over 50 games a year ago. They sat 15th in offensive efficiency and 29th on the defensive side. Memphis went 49-39 last year. They fired their head coach in March and turned to Europe for Tomas Isalo. The team loses Desmond Bane but adds Ty Jerome and Caldwell Pope. The Grizzlies were 5th in offensive efficiency but 10th on defense. John Morant is off that injury report as he turned an ankle in training camp. Jordan Poole is an inefficient guard that can hurt the team's offensive flow. The Pelicans' defense is a concern here. We'll take Memphis here -4.5. Wizards and Bucks going off here on Wednesday. Coulibaly out for Washington with Riley probable. Milwaukee has a clean injury report. Washington went 18-64 last year. They were worst in offensive efficiency and turned the ball over at a high rate. They have a young team full of recent draft picks. Veterans include C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton and Corey Crispert. Milwaukee went 50-38 a year ago. They lose Damian Lillard but added Miles Turner. They have veterans off the bench in Cole Anthony and Bobby Portis. Washington should continue to be a fast-paced team and one of the youngest in the league. That means struggles on defense and speed for offense. Star is a rising star for the Wizards. McCollum and Middleton hit the starting lineup with youth off the bench. Porter, Miles, Turner, and Giannis create an interesting mix. I won't see much defense here. We're going to take Washington and Milwaukee over 227.5. Clippers and the Jazz, this one for Wednesday. Jordan Miller out for LA. Collier and Yang out for Utah with Bailey questionable. LA finished 53-36 last season. Kawhi Leonard was available for the Clippers playoff run, but it didn't go long, getting eliminated by Denver. Two additions include Bradley Beal and John Collins. LA has a deep bench. They sat 16th in offensive efficiency and second on defense. Utah 17-65 a year ago. Their star is Lauri Markkanen, and they're going to rely on youth. They sat at the bottom in defensive efficiency last year, and they're 24th on offense. Keontae George and Markkanen will be counted on for points. LA is loaded with scoring, defense, and depth. Brook Lopez will fill in for Ivica. So they have rim protection game long. Not a lot to like from this Jazz team. We're going to lay it here with LA. Spurs and the Mavericks going off here on Wednesday. Fox, Olenek, Sokan, and Waters are out for San Antonio. Exum and Irving out for Dallas with Gafford doubtful. We've got San Antonio 34 and 48 last year. Victor Wembanyama returns healthy after a blood clot that ended the season. Luke Cornett was acquired in the offseason. The team finished 19th in offensive efficiency and were 25th on defense. Stephen Castle was Rookie of the Year, and the team added Dylan Harper, the number 2 draft pick. Dallas finished 40 and 44. Irving tore his ACL late last year and will be out some time. Dallas sat below average in offensive and defensive efficiency last year. The Mavs hit the lottery and drafted first, taking Cooper Flagg. Missing Irving is a concern here. Fox shot poorly from 3, and the Clippers have, and they have players to fit him, I should say, here. The Spurs. D'Angelo Russell and Klay Thompson are the guard combination for the Mavs, but Lively and Davis will hover around the bucket. The Spurs injuries are the impactful here, so we're going to go ahead and take Dallas laying the 2.5. Kings and Suns going off here on Wednesday. Murray Sabonis and Isaac Jones are out for Sacramento. Jalen Green out with Grayson Allen probable for Phoenix. Sacramento finished at 40 and 43 last year. Doug Christie took over for Mike Brown during the year and is now the interim tag removed and head coach moving forward. Sacramento's key contributors are Levine, Sabonis, and DeRozan. Dennis Schroeder was added during the offseason. Sacramento was 7th in offensive efficiency, but 23rd on the defensive side. 3-point defense needs improvement. Phoenix 36 and 46 last year. Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal exit. Devin Booker remains on the team. And of course, Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green come over from Houston. Big Mark Williams was acquired here from Charlotte. Booker and Allen will start here at guard for the Suns. Brooks and Williams will provide some rim protection and rebounding. The former Trailblazers, Drew Eubanks is the center for the Kings, and the Suns have the edge here. I think that's the difference. We'll take Phoenix -4. Timberwolves and Portland Trailblazers. This one for Wednesday. I think Edwards questionable. Henderson, Lillard, and Robert Williams out for Portland. We got Minnesota go at 58 and 39 a year ago. Following their big trade, the Timberwolves closed out the season strong. Anthony Edwards remained the key scorer and hit nearly 40% from 3. Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert will support Edwards. Minnesota was 5th in defensive efficiency a season ago and 8th on the offensive side. Portland finished 36 and 46 last year. Drew Holiday was added, but the team lost Anthony Simons. There is talent with Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, and Dini Avdija. With Ayton gone, it will be Donovan Cleveland starting in center. Portland sat 23rd in offensive efficiency last year as they need to shoot better from 3 and take better care of the basketball. With Scoot and Dame out, the Trailblazers will lack depth here. Reed and DiVincenzo coming off the bench gives Timberwolves an edge there. If Edwards can't go, you still have McDaniels, Randall, and Conley and company here. So we're going to take Minnesota laying the 4. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks on our channel, delivered by myself, as well as a team of cappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. It's a great channel to subscribe to. Hit us with that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best bets. Our premium plays are there. And our promo code TonyT at checkout knocks off that 15%. Link is in the description to get signed up. That'll do it for now. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.